Hi everyone, my name is Katie. Thank you for practicing with me today. So we are in week 3 of our Learn Yoga with Me series for January. So if you followed along, the first week we did on our back and seated pose, the second week we did kneeling, and this week we're going to learn 7 standing poses. And my hope for you in these little tiny mini series is that you just learn enough about the pose that you feel confident in practicing either at home or in a yoga studio. There's a lot that we can delve into in any pose, in a yoga pose, but I really want to give you just some take-home points that you can hold with you, carry on with you wherever you're practicing yoga at, okay? So the very first pose we're going to do is called Tadasana or mountain pose. And I'll go ahead and show you. So go ahead and we're just going to come to standing at your mat. And take your feet hip width apart. So there's 2 ways to measure hip width. You can take your fists together like that and just put them between your feet. That's about hip width, okay? The other way is you take your hands on your hip pointers and you just point your fingers down to where they hit about your middle toe, okay? So that's another way you can check for alignment. So Tadasana is a very important yoga pose. Sometimes it's called the most difficult one to master because you're going to try to you're pressing down with your feet. So you're really pressing and then you're also lifting and extending with your crown. So you're getting that balance between the lift and the strength, or the steadiness and the ease. In yoga, we call it stira and sukha, okay? Steadiness and ease. So we build our poses up from the foundation, our feet, okay? So let's start there. So again, let's just kind of roll in the inside of your toes, your big toes, roll into your tippy toes. Just make sure you're feeling all sides of your feet, okay? Roll onto your pinky toe side, roll back onto your heel, okay? And from there, we're going to check that your knees are over your ankles, okay? Your hips over your knees, your shoulders are over your hips. And then your chin is parallel to the floor and then back a little bit so that your ears are going to be over your shoulders, okay? Your heart center is lifted, extending forward, okay? And again, we're going to get some lift in our rib cage. And we're going to get extension through the back of our crown. Your palms facing forward about at a 45. It's kind of similar to Shavasana, okay? And then again, soften or close your eyes if you like. And then we're going to be pressing into the mat as we're extending through the crown. Okay, feeling that lift, that extension, that ease. All right, so that's number 1. Number 2, and again, we'll have a practice on Friday where you can do all these in a beautiful practice for you, okay? Number 2, we're going to step wide here, okay? And we're going to go into Warrior 2 or Virabhadrasana II. So how you do that, again, we're going to build up from the bottom. I'm just going to give you a few cues so you can hold them with you, give you something you can use, okay? So back foot is going to be either parallel to the short end of your mat or your toes are slightly, ever so slightly turned upward, okay? And then the heel of your front foot is going to intersect the arch of your back, okay? And then we're going to bend into our knee. And then just check that your right knee is over your ankle, or it can be behind. We just don't want it past it like that. That's going to crank into our knee joint and do not nice things to us later on, okay? You won't feel it the first time you do it, but you do it a lot, you're going to feel it, okay? All right, so here we've got our foundation. Now, take your hands to your back leg's hip. So for me, it's my left leg. And I'm just going to pull that hip so that it aligns with my ankle, okay? Low belly goes back, tailbone goes down. Sink into your front leg, okay? We're going to kind of imagine you're rolling your inner thighs up. So they're going this direction, okay? Feel that kind of walking in when you do that, all right? And then we're going to press through the pinky toe side of our back foot. And we're going to pull up through our inner thighs, okay? So pull up and around, okay? Sink down. It's a lot, I know. But you'll feel it and then you'll know it, okay? And then arms just extend out at shoulder height. Kind of walk your shoulder blades down a little bit. And then look over and past your middle finger, okay? So this is Warrior II. Very common yoga pose, okay? Definitely we'll see it in practice, okay? So from here, we're gonna go to our third one, which is gonna be extended side angle. And the reason we're gonna go from Warrior II to extended side angle is your bottom's gonna stay the same, okay? Only thing that's gonna change is your torso and arm positioning. So again, just remember to keep that back hip pulled back to align with your ankle. That's gonna protect your low back, okay? Gauge your glutes if you're standing your back leg, okay? From here, we're just going to reach our fingertip forward, our right hand forward. Whatever hand is over your bent leg goes forward, and then we're just gonna let it rest onto the top of our thigh. And then go ahead and flip your palm to the sky, and then we're just gonna bring it up by our ear, okay? And we're extending through our fingertips here. And again, that heart center part, we're gonna rotate to the sky and look up under our arm a little bit. Again, palm, fingertips are extended on your bottom hand and your top. This is a very active pose. We're not just kind of floppy like this, okay? We are extending, feeling that energy flow through us, okay? Looking up and under, pulling our low belly in for support, okay? So that is extended side angle pose. Okay, from there, we're just going to go into what's called goddess pose, which is this is number 4, okay? So goddess pose, what we're gonna do here is you bring your feet wider than your hips, kind of in a wide leg, and then you turn your feet so they're at a 45-degree angle, and then we're just gonna sink down, okay? So very great hip opener, okay? And then a lot of times it's really kind of fun just to rock side to side, lift up your toes. Again, the important thing here is we're sinking down, but we're keeping an align with our torso. So from our sacrum or our tailbone to our crown, we've got a straight line. We aren't like this, okay? We're engaged, shoulders down. Same alignment with shoulders over hips, okay? Knees over ankles, okay? And then we can do whatever we want with our arms here. It's cactus arms or goalpost arms are kind of fun. All right, so that's number 4. All right, so from there, we're gonna go into Warrior I. So these were more open hip postures. Warrior I is more a closed hip posture, okay? And I'll show you how to do it. So we're gonna start at Tadasana is closed hip also. So let's recap. We've done Tadasana, we've done Warrior II, we've done extended side angle, and we've done goddess pose, okay? So now we're going to do Warrior I. So let's come up to our Warrior I here. So same thing, let's go the same way you were in Tadasana. So feet hip width apart, set everything up, shoulders down. We're gonna take our left leg, bring it behind us, okay? Step it behind you, whatever's comfortable. And then here's the thing. Check that your left toes are pointing to the upper corner of your left mat, okay? Here's the number 2 thing is I used to hate Warrior I. I hated it when I first started doing it because my feet were too close together and it was cramping in my low back. So what you do to fix that is you just step your foot wider, okay? Make the space wider, give yourself some space, okay? That's what yoga is. We give ourselves space and time to learn about ourselves, figure out what we got to do to feel better, all right? So we're going to sink in again. Knee is over ankle, and then your back foot, okay? Toes are pointing up, okay? From here, just keep your hips in this space you made. It used to be taught that you had to crank your hips, your low hip all the way forward and make it straight. But we kind of learned that that's not great on all of the bones in this area. So we're gonna leave our hips alone, let them be, okay? At our thoracic center, so this is the part of our spine that has more mobility, okay? At our thoracic center, then we're gonna turn forward. Just this part where our heart is, okay? Sink down. And again, low belly's back, tailbone's down. And then from your right hip crease, you're pulling it back behind you, okay? And then again, we're gonna press into the pinky toe side of our back leg so we get that engagement and that strength building back there, okay? So we rotated our heart, and then here we can bring our shoulders up. Shoulder blades go down, shoulders go down, gaze is forward, heart is lifted. Okay. So that is Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. So we got 2 more to go. Second one is going to be chair pose. And this can kind of be a hated pose in yoga. There's 2 ways to do it. You can either do it, bring your toes together, zip everything up, okay, and then just sink down, okay, like you're sitting down in a chair. I can turn this way so you can see better, okay. How I like to go into it is I actually, again, I'm very sensitive with my low back, so I like to give myself space. So I take my feet hip width apart, okay, and then I just like to stay super low over my thighs. Just take a super bend here. So we're down like this. From here, start to lift your heart center up, and then you can bring your arms up if you want. Kind of lift your toes if you want a little balance work in there, and just imagine you're sending all your weight back to your bum, all right? And then again, your biceps bumping into your ears. So that is chair pose, or Utkatasana, or awkward pose, sometimes it's called. All right, you ready? Last one. Probably one of my favorite poses is triangle pose. So we're gonna go back to our Warrior Two feet. So if you remember, check that your heel of your front foot intersects the arch of your back, okay? And from here, instead of bending our front leg, we're gonna straighten it, but we're gonna keep a teeny tiny bend in this front leg to protect our knee, okay? Again, take your hand to your left hip, pull your hip back, let it align with your ankle. Get really long and tall in your torso. Feel that lift in your rib cage, extension through the crown, okay? And we're gonna extend our arms out just like we did, okay? Shoulder blades walk down. And we're gonna reach forward with our right hand, pull your low belly in, tailbone goes down, and then we're just gonna let our hand fall wherever it wants to land, okay? As you do that, you're gonna bring your back hand, or for me it's my left, up. Your wrist is over your shoulder, okay? This is triangle pose. Now, option always to have a block here, if you like that, okay? Pull your low belly in, okay? We really wanna protect our low back in this pose because it is in kind of a different position here. So to do that also, kind of shoot your bum back behind you, okay? That will kind of help. So there is triangle or Trikonasana pose. All right, guys, so we are, if you've been following along, we're 21 poses in for January. So that's awesome. We've learned 21 poses. Again, next week will be our last week, and we'll do a little bit of twisting and a little bit of balance work next week. Friday will be our full practice if you want to join in. So, okay, I hope to see you again. Take care.